The environmentalists have been successful in getting toxic cargo returned to Europe. This is from the Maritime Exclusive, and it was published on the 14th of August 2024. Officials in Asia are reporting that approximately 100 containers suspected of carrying toxic material will be refused and returned to the shipper in Europe for further treatment. The decision comes after an environmental NGO raised concerns and the boxes became a hot potato, being passed among many parties. The containers are believed to be transporting 800 tons of toxic steel furnace dust collected from pollution control filters. Produced from recycling steel, the ash contains toxic metal oxides and requires further treatment. The NGO Basel Action Network alleges that permission was not granted for the export of the material and that the recipient, in this case Thailand, was not notified. Under the UN's Basel Convention, the treaty requires approval of the shipment as well as notification of any country where it would be traveling. The group called for the cargo to be returned to the shipper. Tracking data developed by Bloomberg says the boxes were loaded in Albania in mid-July on the container ship Val, which moved the boxes to Italy. There they were transported onto two vessels chartered by Maersk, the Maersk Captain and the Maersk Condor, which are transporting the boxes to Singapore. There they are again transshipped, this time to MSC vessels that would carry them to Thailand. Maersk told the Maritime Exclusive last week that it would be informing the authorities about the concerns that has been raised about the cargo and would be cooperating with the authorities as needed. A spokesperson said that the boxes were being transported on behalf of another shipping line. None of these containers have been declared to contain hazardous waste. Had they had been declared to contain hazardous waste, Maersk would have declined to carry them. The Bangkok Post reported that the Port Authority of Thailand said it would not accept the shipment. Officials in Thailand have alerted the officials in Singapore about the cargo and informed them that they would not be accepting electric arc furnace dust. Singapore officials declined to comment, saying they were still reviewing the matter. The first vessel is approaching Singapore. Its AIS signal is in the Malacca Strait. The second vessel is due in Singapore at the end of next week. It is believed there are about 40 boxes containing the waste on the first vessel and a further 60 on the second one. A spokesperson for Maersk in Asia told Bloomberg that it would hand the boxes over and that it would be working with authorities in Singapore and the other shipping line. Maersk is reporting the boxes would be repatriated to Albania in the best way possible. Tracking data from MSC Mediterranean Shipping Company, according to Bloomberg, shows the boxes are being transported back to Europe. Basel Action Network, which first raised the concerns, highlighted that it was not an isolated incident. In 2018, Greenpeace protested to block other toxic materials traveling through Hong Kong bound for China. The Action Network also reports in April, China refused a shipment found to contain more than 8% toxic lead. The European Union tightened its restrictions on transportation of toxic waste under new regulations due to take effect in 2027. Exports of EU waste to non-OECD countries will only be allowed if these countries inform the European Commission that they are willing to import waste and demonstrate that it will have the ability to manage it in a sustainable manner. I'm sure this happens more than's ever been reported. I am sure someone in Thailand would have got paid a substantial amount of money to take this waste and dispose of it however they could, but luckily it's being sent back to its rightful owner. There's nothing like sending your garbage to somebody else without telling them it's coming. Sounds like a good plan if you can get away with it.